I think I will own a house around 25 or 26. I'll save up my savings and then buy a house first rather than buying a car. 20s.
I think I will purchase my first house around the age of 29 to 30, I guess, because I think it's better for us to rent first and then save up to buy a better house for the next time.
I think I'm going to buy my first house when I'm age 25, when I'm with my own stable income, and maybe I'm also thinking about starting a family at that time, around that age, 25 to 26, I guess.
I'm going to buy a house at the age of 28. That is when I am financially stable.
I think I will buy a house at the age of 28 as I plan to work at 25. So I have like 3 years for me to save money to buy the house that I want.
I think that the price of houses will increase in another 5 or 10 years because of the increase of demand.
I think that in the near future we will see an increase in house prices, but I think it will be a more stable and controlled situation since we also have a new government, but it all depends on the economy itself.
I think during that time maybe the price will be increasing compared to now, but I hope I will be able to afford a house at that time, I guess.
I think the price of the house will be increased because the demand in the future will also increase.
Okay, I think in my opinion the price of the house will increase as nowadays we can see the pattern of the living cost it increase every year. So the cost of living increase will lead to the increase of the price of the house. So I hope government can plan any initiative so that the price will be lower and affordable for the people to buy the house.
Housing is the basic human need. It is also one of the most important components of urban economy development in any country. In addition, the socio-economic stability of a country is always depending on the housing affordability of the country. For this reason, housing is a valuable asset that always has a greater impact on societal well-being. Nevertheless, what is housing for if it is not affordable? Indeed, the unaffordable housing is much more common than the impossible to ignore situations. Housing affordability became greater focus in every society, and this affordability problem with regard to housing market is one of the most controversial issues within most developed and developing countries. Several attempts have been made to understand how and why affordability problems are created. What does affordable housing mean in this context? The exact definition of affordable housing is a very complex matter, which is the subject of different analysis and continuous debate among experts. Beyond the details of this debate, a general consensus can be reached about a definition of affordable housing, which is centered on the idea of households should pay no more than 30% of their income for housing, including utilities. Families that pay more, especially middle and lower income families, are considered cost burden and housing problem because they may have difficulty paying for non-housing needs such as food, clothing, transportation, childcare and medical care.
What are the factors resulting in housing unaffordability? mismatch between supply and demand for housing. Since 2012, new housing supply has consistently fallen short of the increase in demand by households. Over the period 2014 to 2016, there was an average supply of 114,000 new houses, sharply lower than the formation of 154,000 new households. New launches skewed towards unaffordable range. From 2016 to Q1 2017, while 35% of nation households can afford houses priced up to 250,000 ringgit Malaysia, only 24% of new launches were in that range, indicating an undersupply of affordable homes. This also reflects the trend in new housing supply that has been skewed towards the higher-end property segment since 2012. Growth in house prices outpacing growth in household income. From 2007 to 2016, house prices grew by 9.8%, while household income only increased by 8.3%. The issue was most acute in 2012 and 2014, when the growth in house prices, which is 26.5%, more than doubled the growth in income levels, which is 12.4%. It is worth noting that from 2014 to 2016, growth in house prices moderated to 5.7%, lower than the growth in income levels, which is 6.8%.
Reach the affordable housing gap in Malaysia. Hence, the government have come up with 5 key policy solutions to reduce the affordable housing gap in Malaysia.
The 5 key policy solutions are centralization of affordable housing initiatives, establishing an integrated housing database and an efficient applicant registry, reducing construction costs, rehabilitating the balance sheet of households, and strengthening the rental market.
First is to centralize affordable housing initiatives. A single entity should be established to steer the National Affordable Housing Initiative among the various government and state agencies and private players alike. Affordable housing provision is currently fragmented and uncoordinated nationwide.
Over 20 national and state-level agencies are involved in the provision of affordable housing. This institutional factor has led to policy coordination being an issue, resulting in slow progress towards achieving the government's target of providing 1 million affordable homes by 2018. Between 2013 and October 2017, only 255,341 homes have been completed by the various public and private sector players.
The consolidation will improve efficiency in planning, implementation and execution. Other strategic benefits of establishing such an entity include acceleration of construction activities and reduced development costs due to economies of scale.
The Affordable Housing Initiative could be consolidated first at the federal level, where the single entity can then leverage on the integrated database to plan affordable housing supply across the nation. Once this is successful, state authorities would be encouraged to be partners of the entity.
An integrated database is key to addressing information asymmetries in the affordable housing market. Currently, Malaysia lacks such a database that captures supply and demand of housing. The scarcity of information such as household income, characteristics, and preferences has hindered the ability of supply to be tailored effectively to meet the demand of households. This has contributed to the large number of unsold residential properties, even for affordable houses, in various states including Johor, Selangor, and Kedah. The database should comprise household income, characteristics, and preferences in the market. Routine surveys which leverage on existing ones, such as the Household Income and Expenditure Survey or the launch of a new National Housing Survey, could be conducted to gather household-level data. Such information could provide guidance on the supply to the market and should be tapped into by the government and developers to inform developments going forward.
Third, efforts to reduce the cost of housing are crucial to lower the house price towards more affordable level. Construction costs remain one of the largest barriers towards wide-scale provision of affordable housing, where costs such as construction materials, labours, compliance, and land would reach up to 80% of the house price, according to the Real Estate of Housing Developers Association Malaysia. Labour-intensive traditional construction methods are less productive, resulting in lengthy project duration and higher overall project costs. Hence, adoption of technologically advanced construction methods is not helped by the abundance of low to mid-skilled foreign workers offering lower cost of labour. These factors have resulted in wages and productivity levels in the construction sector that are lower than the national average and far below other countries. Land costs in and around urban centres are also very high, impeding the ability for houses to be priced reasonably in this location where they are demanded the most. There are potential areas for cost reduction in affordable housing projects, namely adoption more advanced construction methods, pooling together resources under a single entity, and reducing compliance costs for affordable housing projects. While a centralized entity would consolidate affordable housing initiatives at a macro level, micro-industrial improvements such as that mooted Khazanah Research Institute could also streamline delivery and further realize cost efficiency.
So the next solution is to rehabilitate the household income shades and also to enhance the financial literacy among households in Malaysia. So now, mostly Malaysian households have inadequate of financial literacy. According to the data, 47% of youths engage in accessing of credit borrowing cards. So they contributed of the lack of financial literacy, and with the high of indebtedness, and also the rise of the house price and excess of the income contributed to lowering the ability of household to buy a house. So now, one of the solutions that has been made by Central Bank of Malaysia is they have provided an online portal known as the Credit Management and Debt Counseling Agency, or the short term is AKPKs. So they provide an online learning portal where they will guide the household to buy a house. They also provide a housing loan calculator, which the household can calculate the loan that they are eligible for, and enables the household to calculate the net disposable income after taking into account the other expenses. So by having this, the household can have the financial literacy and also confidence to buy a new house.
Lastly, Malaysia can improve the rental market by strengthening the legal framework, while Malaysia works towards increasing the supply of housing. strengthening the residential rental market will offer a means to alleviate the issue in the short run. Unlike countries where housing are also unaffordable, Malaysia does not have a legislation that is enacted specifically to govern the residential rental market. The lack of strong legal safeguard will influence some Malaysians to purchase rather than rent the house. In a stronger rental market, renting instead of buying will be a viable option for those who are, especially for those who are financially overburdened. The landmark initiative that will provide the legal safeguard for both landlord and the tenant will encourage both demand and supply for rental housing in Malaysia.
While cities around the world have made great strides in alleviating the affordable housing issue, progress remains slow in Malaysia. The need to increase supply of affordable housing has been recognized in recent years, but efforts to truly improve the affordable housing market in the long run must confront the deep-rooted issues that prevent the adequate supply of reasonably priced homes. Housing remains out of reach for many Malaysian households despite the availability of bank financing, reflecting the ongoing concern of house price growth outpacing income growth. This emphasizes the need to rehabilitate and improve the balance sheet of households, alongside implementing measures to increase household income in the longer run. As the experiences of successful cities have shown, concerted efforts by the government, housing developers, banks, consumers, interest groups, and regulators alike are needed to bridge the affordability gap.